Good evening, everyone. This is the Mates FC podcast. My name is Dave, and tonight we are joined here, hand in hand, ashes to ashes, by our captain.
Hi everyone, I'm Captain Danny Warner. I'm a Mates ambassador, and obviously, as Dave said, I'm captain of Mates FC.
And you're also a leggy blonde.
I'm leggy. I'm not blonde. I'm leggy ginger.
Then we've got Mandy.
Hello, I am Andy. I am the welfare officer for Mates FC, as well as one of the coaches at Mates FC and Football Fitness. Good evening, everybody.
You say you're well fair. Out of 10, how fair do you think you are?
I would say I am 8.
Strong 8.
That's well fair. Okay, so and I have to say this every week, but we have new viewers. Mates FC is a football team that's a little different to any other football club. We are about helping you get back out there and improve your positive mental health, or if you've been struggling with something like depression or any mental health problem, and it meant that you've stopped playing football, you've lost that love of football, you've lost that passion, we're here to help you get that back and do anything we can to help you. We put our games up as events. We want no commitment. We want you just to put your name down for anything that you think is a suitable time for you to come and play for us. And on that week, we'll contact you, the week of the game. We'll contact you in a messenger group, see if you still fancy it. If you don't, it's no trouble whatsoever. If you do, go for it. And even on the day, if you don't feel up to it on that day, that's how mental health issues are. That's what it does to you. And that's no problem at all. We're here and ready when you're here and ready. So, Mr. Tallis, what have we got coming up tonight?
First of all, we've got a couple of viewers. So, hi Robbo, evening gents, he's put. And Cy Bailey, evening all. So, hi Simon as well. Right, okay, on tonight's show, we've got the best football merch you've ever bought or been bought throughout the years. So get those coming up, and we'll start talking about that.
Could you bought Peter Beardsley's bollocks, didn't you?
football merch, half and half scarves. Is it a yes or a no? It's a massive point that people seem to raise. Do you agree with half and half scarves or not? So that's we're going to be talking about that. The Mates versus Sands game that we had on Saturday, our first game back, and we came out victorious 6-1. So we're going to be talking about that and how well we played and how we really came together as a team. And then just asking you how it felt to be back. So if you can get that on as well, that'd be great. Then we'll cover off the Pierce's goal, which we've now renamed after Saturday, Ollie's goal. So the best goals from the weekend. So we'll talk about the goals in the match, but also if you want to post any great goals you saw this weekend, get them posted now. Evening to Mr. Lindo. Pierce has put evening, gents. Evening, Matt Dyer as well. Evening to you. And then we'll end the evening with the end-to-end challenge and the five-a-side competition that we've got coming up this Saturday. I know everyone's excited to get back out there for the five-a-side. Dave is our secret striker on my team, so it'd be good to see Dave on the pitch. And Danny was saying, I think we've got it in the bag before we came on air. So
I did not say that.
So he's quietly confident because he's seen me over Sandon in that goal before. And then Dave will close the show. So,
I'll be the edition of I Am What I Am.
What's that?
I'll be closing the show with a rendition of I Am What I Am.
Matt Smith, I'll get my goals for the week out of the way now. Off-Rand Zanzibar and Grime Torre for Carlisle. Very good. And Cole Stockton for Morecambe. There we go. They're his goals.
Yeah, so we want to hear from you. Anything you want us to discuss, anything you want to ask us, anything you want to bring up, we want to hear from you. We want to hear Again, we're talking about the best and worst merch that football merch that's been out there, and we want to hear your funny stories, and we definitely want to hear if any of you came back and started playing football again last week. Let us know how it felt for you. Let us know what I think this time, fingers crossed, it does feel like we're going to be back properly, which I don't think it did last time. Right, go for it, Mandy. Oh, we've been joined by an angry man in a hat.
Evening. My I don't know if it's my internet, but it's been a pain in the ass tonight. But yeah, I've managed to get on. How long for? I don't know. But evening, everybody. I'm Simon.
Where are you? Are you in New York? What's that behind you? The bridge?
I am. I'm in New York. So
he's very continental. Simon Wirtz. I'm a French man in New York. Right, Mandy.
Right, so what is the best merch that you've ever had, football-related merch? I think one of the best ones I had was Italia 90. I had a Ferrari. I had that. With Italia 90 on it.
Metal Ferrari about that big, and I got mine from John Menzies, I think was the name of the shop at the time, and it was in a box, like a cardboard box with a clear front in it. And he had that little Italian 90, that man made out of cubes. Yeah. And I think I had a little Fiat as well they made. And then I had a skill ball. Do you remember the old Coca-Cola skill
ball? I had that as well, yeah.
Yeah.
That was my
all the flags on it. I had my dad bought it for me from Italy when he was working in Italy, and he bought it back for me. I think he got it from duty free. I'm not sure it was actually from Italy, but yeah, I remember getting that. Like they were a make, like a collectible make. I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that. I remember getting that, and I remember back in the 80s, my dad bought me the World Cup ball, the black and white Adidas one, proper old school. But then it wasn't old school; it was modern. But yeah, getting that for the 80s World Cup, Mexico World Cup.
Yeah, brilliant.
Nice.
Then skill balls. How good were those skill balls? Because I don't remember what order it was in, but you lot will probably remember. But we used to have Coca-Cola brought out spinners, didn't they? Which was a yo-yo, and you had Coca-Cola, Sprite, or a couple of other things that you'd have on it. And then up at our local shops, Tolkien shops, do you remember there was a man that come up there and you had to go and like perform for him, like what you could do with the spinner, and then you could win a gold spinner.
Yeah,
and then the skill balls, you could get a skill ball, and then they'd have competitions, I think, where you could show your skills and win a gold skill ball.
That's it. I got one on the because I've done some skills on the stage. I don't know whether it was at Mildmay or at Molsham. Must have been a I think it was me and Ben Fuller.
No, it's Mildmay. You were doing.
It must have been. It must have been at Mildmay. Yeah, me and Ben Fuller got on this. We was on the stage, and I'm sure I had a gold one. Like I'd say a gold one. Me and Ben had one, but yeah, probably worth a few quid now. God knows where that is, mate. I don't know.
Were they the ones?
Probably
got. Were they the ones about? That
yeah.
I'm thinking about
skills.
Yeah, but I've got it now. Yeah.
Yeah, they were great.
Anyone still got one? Someone must still have one.
Yeah, if anyone's got one, send a photo in.
Piers has put James Dean has got an original Italia 90 skill ball.
Is he?
Yeah, and Robbo's put that Deansy was unreal on a skill ball. So Deansy, if you're watching tonight, or text him and get him to send a little video of his of him with his Italia 90 doing some keepy ups.
He's probably beat it up or 2-footed it since then.
Yeah, he's probably burst it.
Going around with it.
I wanted an Italia 90 shirt recently, like just a white T-shirt with the logo on. I just wanted one.
Mildmay, Simon, it was in the 90s.
Yeah, there was a load of. They're not very good quality, but you can get them printed now. When we went to Molsham, that's when little tiny fingerboards came out.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah. So that was. I remember in year 7 because I was around the pond fingering a skateboard.
I'm glad you finished that sentence.
Yeah, merch.
Pete's put a hi, everyone.
Hi, Pete.
Do you know what?
Recover from the
I'll be able to find one of them finger skateboards, I reckon.
It's probably just a normal skateboard for your size.
I'm going to get.
I've got a couple of Italian 90 t-shirts still kicking about, but they're not in. I haven't got them on me at the moment. Obviously not on me.
Why don't you always wear them?
They're tight as arseholes, I'll tell you. I'll try and if I can dig it out, I'll try and wear it Saturday.
That's
I won't get it off.
What about half and half scarves? Now I got bought one. I went to watch England Cameroon, and I've got a half and half scarf. But what's people's take on it? Like, I was a kid when I went, and I think they're good for kids, especially at like them sort of games. But like having one that says like Arsenal West Ham, you're not going to want that, are you?
I think, like you just said, if you're a kid, you go to England, or you go to watch Borussia Dortmund play or Barcelona play or something like that, then I wouldn't choose to buy one, but it's good to buy one, and you can come back and you look at it, and that's the game I went to, and it's got a date on it. But yeah, as you say, they're just not good at all.
Unless you collect them and you get one for everyone that happens.
Well, every game.
Yeah. And you can just knit them all together and make a massive scarf.
Like a blanket.
Yeah, just make a massive long scarf.
Blanket could be good.
So is anyone a fan?
Post up what you think
Are any of us a fan?
Nah. I think friendlies, when West Ham used to play at Upton Park, they used to play like friendlies. I'm sure they, like Juventus, I think once they had a free pre-season. They'd do them then, but I see it with the European teams, not with your own. Do you know what I mean? You wouldn't have West Ham Millwall, or you wouldn't have like say West Ham Tottenham and all that. You wouldn't have that. I can see that.
You could wear it in the ground, West Ham bit, and then when you get on the train going down to South London, just stick the Millwall bit there like that. Do your jacket up, just to cover yourself.
Well, if you remember when we was at school again, do you remember the old knitting machines? Right, and you do that. Right, as soon as like Mrs. Gray went out of class, we'd run to the back of the class, and there was a knitting machine. We'd just do that and see who could make like a tiny little, the most scarf while she's out of class. We kept sending her out for different reasons. I've got knitting skills because of that, so I can start making us like half and half scarves for our matches if you like.
Mates Sand United, that's a great shout.
Yeah.
You do? Can you knock up like 5 of each for Saturday?
I'll see what I can do.
Twant FC versus Steps.
Andy's got a good little knitting sewing machine, haven't you, mate?
Yeah, in the background there.
Yeah, I have. Yeah. Oh no, that's a vinyl cutting machine.
It's a half and half. That's like
Andy,
if you need your band sign writing, I'm your man. Plug there.
Now with fake merch, right? I was, like how much a football kit is when you're a kid and how much it means to you. And like I remember going to Romford, getting my first West Ham kit, shin pads, everything. Like you get the actual kit, and then it's like, but can I have that boot bag? I need this as well. And those really cheap, like there was the same bag for every team, just a different color. It was about that big. Like it's an unbranded one. I remember getting that, putting my shin pads on, getting on the train coming home from Romford, just absolutely loved having that on. Then we went to Barcelona, and I was told that if I behaved for the whole week, Dad would buy me a Barcelona kit. We went and saw the team, like done all that sort of stuff. I behaved for the whole week. Last day, I get my kit, and it either had a collar or didn't have a collar, but it was fake. And I threw the biggest strop you'd ever seen as a child. I was like, this isn't real. I don't want this. I was a horrible brat. I vividly remember just being an absolute arsehole. And in the cupboard in this hotel, there was a chest of drawers, but then you could get down the side of it, I weren't fat in those days. So I went and sat cross-legged and crossed-armed in the cupboard until my dad until he went and got me a real one. And I just proper kicked off. And they took photos of me sitting in this cupboard, just being a right stroppy prick. But that was all.
There's a photo of you in the Barcelona kit with bleached blonde hair in there. I remember seeing it on Facebook.
Yeah. I got one.
Did you get the kit you wanted after throwing the straw?
Absolutely. Yeah.
See, that's
Well, I behaved for a whole week. I deserved a real one.
It just came down at the end.
Yeah, it's like, what the? I don't want this. It's flimsy.
Just anyone remember them going on merch? Do you remember the craze in the 90s of all the inflatables? Taking inflatables to football. No one remember that?
No, because we were children and you were older than us.
No, but adults and kids were taking. I think Man City started it, and then Grimsby had loads of inflatable fish. And I used to go. Me and my mates used to go and watch Manchester City home and away. And I had bought a blow up sheep, and they called it Sharon the sheep. And he used to go to everything. And we went to Welling United away, and I think it was the FA Trophy. And everyone used to swap ends at half time. And second half kicked off, and I was like, "Oh shit, where's Sharon gone?" And I see it at the end of the other end of the pitch, and the Welling fans just ripped it to pieces. I had it for about 2 years. I went to every game. Bananas,
He remembers, Dan.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, inflatable bananas. Do you remember that shop? There was a shop called Inlines in town.
Yeah.
Right next to the river. And they used to sell them at the back of the shop. You could get anything in there.
Inlines is amazing. I used to go in there and buy cannabis joss sticks, and they'll just be like, they don't realise these are pretty much real cannabis, and I can buy them in this shop. I got run over outside there by bike, walked out, and I was trying to get to Wimpy, and it was opposite. And I walked out and I didn't look, and someone on a bike hit me and just knocked me over. And then they got up and they were swearing. I was like, "All right, mate, you just fell off your bike." Like,
where's Wimpy? Wimpy was opposite.
Yeah, where Burger King used to
be.
Yeah.
Was it? Wimpy was there?
Yeah. I'd often be seen in there in a
wasn't it?
Yeah, there was a couple. We had 3 at one point. I remember I was often seen on a Saturday in Wimpy with a bender and a bun down my throat and brown derby.
Simon Bailey's put, I bought a programme from Martin Keown's testimonial and kept it until last year when I gave it to one of my daughter's school friends who is a massive Arsenal fan.
Oh, nice.
Girl with taste. Like it.
Nice.
My old man's kept every programme of every game he's been to, and then he's been buying them. He goes to like sales and stuff. He's got like
I keep tickets, like game tickets. So
yeah,
I've got Southend Chelsea and Southend Man United and Arsenal, Man City, all those sort of ones. All the big games I've been to, like Barcelona, I've kept my ticket. And
yeah, sorry.
I think Murphy used to connect all the West Ham programs. I don't think he does anymore. I think Richard's got.
Dan, have you got has your dad got a shrine to like all of the things that you've done as well, like in football?
No.
I imagine that episode of Alan Partridge where his biggest fan's got like a shrine to him at home.
No.
A mannequin with your face stuck on it.
No, not at all. He did. To be fair to him, he did come and watch. He stopped watching me. Obviously, come and watch me when I was playing as a kid, and then he stopped when I was getting a bit older, and then he started again when I was playing. When I got to sort of 30s, he liked the football. He'd come and watch, but yeah, he used to come to watch quite a few games. But yeah, no, he doesn't have a shrine to me. Well,
I've got one. I kicked a ball last week.
What, size 5?
Is that
proper football?
Yeah.
On Saturday.
I kicked footballs, didn't I, Andy?
Yeah, after the game.
Yeah. You said you kicked a football, and now you're saying you kicked footballs.
Hundreds.
At the training session that we had, he kicked a ball.
Boy. I kicked probably about 20
getting in
balls.
practice. Simon Cook's just Fist pumped. Hi, Simon.
Okay. Pierce. You can't read Pierce's out.
Right. So, any other stories about merch from anyone out there? Been sold any dodgy stuff? Seen some terrible rubbish? Like, you know, when you go down a market and you buy something like it's not football related, but I got a Raiders jacket, like a, LA Raiders bomber jacket at school, and I'd have like a jacket for maybe a term or a whole year. And I went to take. It was only right at the end of that year. I took my jacket off and I looked at the back and I realised that it said Radars instead of Raiders. And I must have looked such a prick walking around senior school with my LA Radars jacket on. Massive letters.
Well, wooden Radars.
Yeah.
Do you remember talking about half and half scarves? Do you remember the hats, the beanie hats, like woolen beanie hats? Like I always remember the Arsenal one you had a red side that half, and then a yellow one that half.
Yeah.
The Arsenal.
The home and away.
Home and away. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were good.
Yeah, I used to hate it. One thing, and I still hate it to this day, is when you see like footballs that are like a Chelsea football or a West Ham football.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate them. The Arsenal one's good. No, I just hate that. I hate like a football that is a club football. I hate it.
They're all right if you're getting them signed and put in a box or something, but I know what you mean. Yeah.
Like
you used to get some real tack.
Hate them. I've got a real thing about them. Like they just like I've got a couple of like you said, I've got a couple of Southend ones, and they're all signed by the players and stuff like that. And an Arsenal one and stuff like that. But like, those proper cheap, like, oh no, it does it just freaks me out.
Dave's got wooden Radars, one of them.
Yeah. I love a radar.
Pierce has put real, not fake.
No, the one above.
Green Day Packers.
Piers was a Green Day Packer.
Oh, really?
Apparently.
That rhyme in slang?
I don't know. And if it is, what does it mean?
No,
sorry, go on.
I'm a Dolphins man.
Yeah, I'm a Dolphins man. Do you remember the jackets? It's a bit going off key here, but do you remember the jackets with the black jackets and you used to get a logo and there was different? It was the same make but different logos. I can't remember what it was.
Naf.
Yeah, Naf. And you used to have things on the back as well.
Spliffy.
This has put no, it's an actual team. It is Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
Cy Cook said, like that Warner's playing it safe with a hat. Yeah, we haven't had before.
I just wanted a week off. Just a week off, and then I'll go back to
the
Doc from
I turned around during our match the other day, and you had turned up with your hair up in a little bun or something. And then I turned around and your hair was flowing. You looked like Hercules. You look really.
Yeah, your hairband had come off.
My hairband come out, and the ref. Yeah. It come out. I didn't even realise, and the ref said he'd look after it, put it in his pocket.
He kept that. He's it's a little love token. But no, you look like Rachel from Friends. It's lovely.
Cy Bailey's just put
Hercules stroke Rachel from
one
Friends.
that Dave bought from the market. Naf, instead of Naf, it was just Naf.
Just Naf. I loved a bit of Northfield Market. And do you remember the old? I'll word this carefully. Do you remember the old black bomber jackets that had the orange inside, and they'd have like a panther on the back or something like that? I got one that had a black panther on the back, and I was well into Kylie and Jason, right? So on the back, I got an A4 patch of Kylie and Jason cuddling each other, and I sewed it on in boy stitching. And then down the side on the front, I had just Kylie patches, and on the other side, I had Jason patches and little badges of them as well. It was I looked a real treat. And then Right Said Fred signed my Reebok pumps. So I was walking around in my signed Reebok pumps with Right Said Fred and my Kylie and Jason bomber jacket. It was a real dream.
Well, I remember you used to go to. I used to go to Southend Market because I used to live in Rayleigh. But we went to Southend Market, and at the time, you used to buy a plain black bomber jacket, and then you used to buy all the patches like you're talking about.
Yeah.
On, and it was like the Beastie Boys were massive, and it was them that started the craze. And you used to have the VW
that started it.
The VW badge. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
People used to nick the VW badges. So VW started giving away the badges to stop people nicking them off the cars.
Dave, going back to the Kylie and Jason jacket, how long did you wear it for? Like, not, I don't mean one sitting, but like,
a couple of years. Oh, look,
not get abuse, beaten up.
It was especially for you.
Jason. Yeah.
Yeah.
On Valentine's Day this year, me and Andy met up for a nice walk, and when he turned up, I opened the car door and played "Especially for You" by Kylie and Jason really loudly at Sandon, just to start his day off, and then gave him a sausage
and a bunch of flowers. It was
Yeah.
very nice Valentine's. The thing was, though, is I'm now disappointed that you didn't have the jacket on.
I wouldn't get one tit in that these days.
I think my first bit of going back to memorabilia, I think my first bit of memorabilia I got was a Nuneaton Borough scarf, which is the first competitive football match my dad ever took me to, and I've still got it to this day. And it is like the thinnest scarf that they, because they were sort of low league club. But I've still got it to this day in my drawer.
Yeah, you used to get the thin one, didn't you? And then you'd get the double-sided ones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like really thin.
Yeah, really.
If you dye in it, it would just go like a crisp packet.
Yeah, and it's printed. The actual font is printed. It's not like.
And it's a really shit font. They always use terrible fonts.
But yeah, Nuneaton Borough. Big club. Big club. Southend might be playing them next year, to be fair.
And Nuneaton's still going.
I've got loads of family in Nuneaton. We can go and play. Not against
I think Nigel Winterburn played for them at one point.
Did he?
I'm just checking now if they're still going.
If you've got any rubbish merch, please send photos in to us. We'd love to see them.
More.
Yeah, they're in the Southern League Premier Division Central. Whatever that is. National League North.
That's the one below Vanarama.
Oh, so Southend have got a couple of seasons yet then.
Wow.
No, if they come up.
So last week we saw the return to football, right? We had, how many people do you think we had at Football Fitness Club on Thursday?
36, something like that.
Yeah, and the whole pitch. That was brilliant. Loads of space to spread out. The boys, the coaches got straight back in there with really tight. Just really run as a really tight ship. Everything was really organised well. We had a new toys, our walkie-talkies, which I didn't do anything. All I was trying to do was fart down it, but I thought I'd get told off. No one showed me how to use it. So we've got walkie-talkies because one of the COVID regulations is we're not supposed to be shouting or anything like that. And for some of us, that's really hard. We've got a set of walkie-talkies and earpieces now. So that's another thing we can do to try and make things as safe as possible. But again, exactly as we'd had last year, hats off to every single person that attended. And stuck to the rules, cooperated really well. And it was just so nice to see people back out there and loving it. Everyone really went for it. We had a lot of people doing a double session and coming to Mates FC training afterwards. Absolutely brilliant return. And then that leads us up to our first game back. So we had originally planned for our first game back to be against ourselves, basically, to just get out there and have a kick about as early as possible. But our friends at Sands United Essex, we played them last year. Brilliant team to play. Absolutely brilliant support group for each other. And, absolute hats off to what they're doing. But brilliant team, great team. We got out there. We got our first game back out there. And I put in a chat room afterwards, especially after seeing how people were at Football Fitness Club, as in that a lot of us haven't really done much over the last few months, let's say. And it showed, didn't it? We was a lot of people very out of breath at Football Fitness. Comes to the Saturday match, would have absolutely expected everyone to be out there, rusty, slow, not quite eye on the ball sort of thing. But it's the opposite. Everyone just went out there, worked brilliantly as a team. And bearing in mind, they've not played with each other since mid-December. And again, it's a different team every single time we play. So that team got out there, gelled straight away. And it was a brilliant quality game, wasn't it? What do you think, you two?
Yeah, I thought that the guys played so well. We just hit the ground running. Like, it was really competitive. What was really pleasing is just to see how, like to your point, we haven't played for so long, but everyone just picked up where we left off, and you can see how we've built on it. From where we sort of started to now actually looking like a great team, and everyone sort of playing for each other, and the result speaks for itself. It was 6-1, and it was we were in control of the game, I would say, for 80% of the time. And
yeah, let's not, let's make it clear, Sands weren't not doing anything. No. But our lot would just clicked really well.
Yeah, everyone sort of kept to their positions, everyone kept to the task. It came off at half time, and it was quite an easy sort of half-time talk to just say, keep doing what you're doing, guys. Just, keep possession, keep pushing on, and that's exactly what they did. And then, Sands came back into it, and they gave us a good game, but we just started to control it and move on again. And we brought Simon on, and it sort of settled things down again. Oh, hi, Simon.
Hi, guys.
And actually, like, we've seen probably the best goal at Mates on Saturday from Ollie. Like, great bit of closing down, won the ball for himself, and then just tucked it in top corner over the top of the keeper, chipped the keeper into the top corner. Great individual, goal. And I think everyone played so well, and it was just nice to see how we sort of gelled as a team, and people are starting to understand the position.
I absolutely expected everyone to go in 100 miles an hour, blow themselves to bits, bugger their legs up. I was expecting there to be loads of injuries, going back into it like this. And because through talking to people, the enthusiasm and the oomph they've got to get back, everyone looked like you're going to put them out there and they're going to go mad. And everyone behaved, I don't mean behave. Everyone was just brilliant. Calm.
Everyone was so happy, weren't they?
Yeah.
Being back. Danny Warner got an assist, captain.
Might have got more if I'd have turned up at the right ground, the right time.
Yeah.
Well, that's leadership from the captain there.
Yeah. No, I was going to say about what you said about the everyone enjoying it. That helped. I think it wasn't a dirty game. There's no one losing their cool. No one was arguing. It was just one of them where it was like a celebration of being back. Everyone was buzzing.
Yeah, and that's a great thing about main stands. It's always a good game played in the right spirit, isn't it? And that's, it's hats off to those guys as well. It was brilliant. It was competitive, but with just enjoying it. Everyone just enjoyed it.
And this is the thing. This is something about this good causes. I won't say charities as such, because it's not just charities that we're playing locally, and this is taking us into. But I'm so pleased that we've got such lovely people playing for us, right? we're all here for our own reasons. All of our players are here for their own reasons and have their own struggles and things like that. But not a briefing as such, but I always like to give a bit of background about the team we're about to play that week. And Sands is very similar to us in that it's using football as a support group, and it's using your teammates as a support group to get you out of the house and to have a shared common interest, which unfortunately is, in our world, the mental health issues, and in Sands' world, it's grieving and loss of a child and mental health issues associated with that. And, you know, we are understanding that, yeah, we want to win. Yeah, we'd love to, you know, it is a buzz to win. But what we're trying to facilitate here, and what Sands are trying to facilitate and everyone else is trying to facilitate, is getting those people together, getting them out of the house, and giving them a group of friends that they've got someone that they can rely on. They've got people that they can turn to for support, and they've got people there that understand what they're going through, whether they choose to talk about it or not. They know they share that. And, you know, I loved our team. You know, I don't want anyone going out there going mad and kicking the shit out of another team or anything like that. But our team, every game we've played, they've been completely respectful of the other team and taken on board. You know, it doesn't adjust what we do. We're not pretending, you know, we're not choosing to not score goals or anything like that. We're just taking into account that our actions out on that pitch are helping and can help other people. You know, giving a lovely game like that, letting those people come off that pitch and think, oh, I love that today. I got me out of the house. I really enjoyed myself. Rather than, oh, that lot from mates are a load of pricks, aren't they? They're dirty bastards. We don't want that reputation, and we're not ever going to have that reputation. And our team have just been, I couldn't be prouder of them. It's been brilliant.
I think also it was just nice to see everyone again. You know, it's been a long time since we've all sort of been together, so it was just nice to catch up with people, see that everyone was okay, and
call them by the wrong names.
Yeah, calling people, getting a ball in the back of the head, that was nice. Matt Smith said he loved it, kept it tight at the back, at centre back, and then he nearly scored with his left testy, apparently. So.
Which I don't know if
he did score, didn't Matt? I thought Matt Smith got a goal. He got the goal at the other end, at our end.
That wasn't his.
He got an own goal.
You got an own goal, I think. Yeah, well done.
Yeah, it's gone down as an own goal, isn't it?
I think
it said it on teletext. On teletext, it said it was an own goal.
On teletext, yeah. Do you remember that teletext? My dad used to put that on. Oh,
is that the one where you could book a holiday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird that there used to just be like 7 holidays you could book across the whole UK, and everyone had access to the same 7 on that Oh, there's a holiday on teletext.
We've got
message from Piers.
Yeah, we've got a score update. So Bayern Munich PSG was 2-2. It's now 3-2 to Bayern.
Nice. And Piers gave us that, and Piers has also said like he's proper throwing himself back into football. So he coached FFC on Thursday for us, for the FFC, managed his boys under-8s team on the Friday, and then training with the under-8s on the Saturday. Bloody loved it. So glad to be back. I think that sums it up.
I saw Gary Hurd Saturday
afternoon. Yeah, he towed it in.
I saw Gary Hurd Saturday afternoon. And, he might be on. He's normally watching, but yeah, he said same thing. He just played for Springfield Vets. Their 35s played their 45s, and he said he was buzzing off that, and also he obviously his boys play as well, and he was coaching them. I think just everyone's just happy to be back.
Yeah,
doing stuff.
I think the nice, how I see it in my head is that if you all had tails, they would have been wagging on that pitch on Saturday. That was the vibe. If you were dogs and you had tails.
You're like an Essex Eric Cantona.
Basically, yeah, I am.
Right, just on the goal update, Pierce has just clarified he got it the wrong way around. So it was PSG are beating Bayern 3-2.
How can you
And
get
Richard
it wrong?
Murphy said, hi, Rich.
What? So Rich has been demoted. Pierce is doing the scores because Rich kept making mistakes, and now Pierce has made a mistake.
We'll say demoted. They're just watching telly.
What happened on EastEnders, Pierce, at the end? Who got the duff-duffs this week?
Nana Moon. Oh, Alfie, my pipes don't work.
Back to the game. It was a great game on Saturday, and Ollie managed to get 4 goals. And I think, unfortunately, Ollie's goal didn't get caught on camera because I think they only turned the camera around at half time.
But the important thing is, whether it's recorded or not, it's recorded in our brains forever.
Did Ben Farage score?
No, he's couldn't be bothered. Couldn't be bothered this week.
To be fair to Ben, I think he was actually playing in defence.
He played everywhere he was meant to, everywhere he wasn't meant to be.
Who got the other 2 goals?
Dean get one?
Yeah.
Bignell got one, and then
Chris Bignell got the first one.
Dean, was it Dean?
Was it Dean PG?
Yeah, Dean, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great game.
I thought there'd be more going on over Melbourne that week because, so we had someone had our, well, it sounds like we paid for it. Someone vandalised our goals, and so we couldn't use our normal home ground. So we went over Melbourne, and I think there was 3 games on at the same time out of all those pitches. That's about it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So,
3.
Pierce put on the message 3-2 PSG, right, which is what I read out. Then he put 3 PSG 3 Bayern 2. I didn't get it wrong. You ready it wrong, which I presume was read it wrong. But it's quite clear on the chat.
In fairness to him,
Jamie,
I read it as 3-2.
Hi guys. Hi Jamie.
Right, Jamie.
Right, so we've clarified it. It's PSG.
Sorry, Pierce, we did. We ready it wrong. Sorry, mate.
I can't read out Pierce's next.
Is he talking about himself?
Don't worry. We've cleared it up, Pierce. You're okay.
He's just bitter about his goal, that Ollie taking over.
Oh, dear.
Good Jamie
and yourselves have arranged a game. Yeah.
Yeah. Friday the 21st of May at Haybridge.
We've got 20 people want to play already.
Rich Murphy said, can he have his job back as commentator on the goals?
It just depends who gets in quickest next time there's a goal.
And tells the right score.
Who's ready?
Saying that, I'm doing the scores on Saturday, and I remember doing the tournament 2 years ago for us, and it was a lot of pressure, and I might make the scores up. I'm not going to lie. Well, I'm going to lie that I'm going to make the scores up. But it's a lot of pressure, and all I have to
get away with that. As if people aren't going to notice the scores are wrong. It's going to be enjoyable, but I think it will be quite competitive.
Yeah, so basically what we're talking about here is at the beginning of lockdown, we done a little challenge, and it was to climb Everest, do the miles of climbing Everest. And we done that. We thought, that'll keep if any players want to do that, that'll keep people occupied during lockdown and keep a little bit of fitness. Most people done it in the first week. So we're like, oh, right, maybe we need to do something else. So we done one, which was getting groups of 5s, little teams of 5s, and go from Land's End to John O'Groats, passing different football stadiums. We'd go and get in goals at those stadiums as we pass them, like checkpoints. Now, where we are with that, we are now week 11. Everyone's been doing it so much more than we'd expect. And as of today, Ross's team, one of our coaches, he's just cleared 3,050 miles. So he's gone 5 of them, Land's End to John O'Groats, John O'Groats back down to Land's End, and then Land's End back up to John O'Groats, and now they're currently in the sea. But yeah, so they're up there. We are still, we've got one team which are down by about 2,000, one team that are up at 3,000, couple of teams, which is mine, Andy's, and Danny's. We're quite close, up probably about 2,700, something around that sort of area, I reckon. I think that's probably where we'll end at the end of the week. And then we've got Size team who are about 2,200, something like that, around that sort of area. So when that finishes on Friday, we're finishing it on Friday, people are going to give their scores in, the final scores. We're converting those to points. And then on Saturday, we're running a little in-house little game, little knockout game between all of the small teams. And it's going to be really competitive. We've worked out how we're going to do the points, so it's going to be really, really close. So it's looking like, so for example, this is how close it looks like it's going to be. You'll have the winner of whoever got the most miles would get like 5 points, let's say. Second would be 4 points, 3 points, blah, blah, blah. Then you'll get the people that have got the most goals, which is slightly different again. So the difference between, and then you combine those points, and they're the points that you start off the tournament with on the Saturday. So Ross's team would have, say, 10 points. Danny's team and my team would have like probably about 7 or 8 points. And the lowest team would have probably about 2 or 4 points. So we start off the tournament like that, really close to each other, and it's going to be really harsh. It's going to be a really good, tight game. Size team, for example, they're second from bottom, but their team's incredible, what they've got for actually playing football. Mine and Andy's team has got me and Andy in it. So I've swapped myself out for someone that's a better player, which is...
Sorry, why are you laughing?
I've got an inch.
Yeah, so...
sorry, you better behave, your mum's watching.
It's it's going to be it's going to be a good one, isn't it? What are you boys thinking of Saturday?
I think we're going to smash it.
I'm doing the school.
I was proper confident, I'm not going to lie, until I saw Greenie's team, the actual team lineup. So I'm thinking, well, I still think we've got a chance of winning it, obviously, but I'll take runners up.
So anyone that's watching, for example, who plays for us, so I could ask you what your team is, but I'm going to guess you probably couldn't name them on the spot like that.
So Bailey scrambled legs for the win.
Is it me, Ben, Kingy, Chris, Sean,
and James Bagnall?
Are they ringers? Are these all ringers?
No, James and Sean are my mates. They've played before. I didn't play when I played, but they played a couple of games ago when you played at Molsham and into Max.
Yeah. And
then
sorry, go on, Dan.
No, I was going to say it's them two, and then you've got Chris, obviously, Bignall. He's quality. Kingy's quality. Reese's quality. Your average Si, and then Ben, who's quality as well.
So yeah, great team there. Our team is Andy, Rich Murphy. Taking my place is Joey Hazelton. Then we've got Dean Peachy, Dan Moss, Kieran, and Billy.
We're going to smash it.
That's a good side as well.
Bad little team. And who have you got, Danny?
We've got myself, Simon Bailey, myself, Simon, Matt Dyer are going to take turns in goal. And then we've also got Tom Kyan and Graham Carty. And then we've got Robbo, Dave Robinson, and Matty G, Matt George.
And
so we've got a
Ronaldo.
decent side as well.
You've got a blinding side.
Yeah, we've got a good side as well.
You know it's 5-a-side, so you're not allowed in my box. You know that, don't you?
There's a lot of men that shouldn't have been in your box over the years, according to your wife. Right, then Pumpkin, we've got Liam Barwick, Jack Martin Kenny, Jamie Hall, Jamie Hastings, Callum Hall, Dean Goodwin and Martin Cook. They're always a good pair together, them two, aren't they? Dean and Martin, lovely boys.
They were very good at singing. I've got some Dean Martin.
What'd you say, Si?
I think it's going to be quite close. Everyone, no, all the teams are quite strong.
And then we've got Ross. Ross, all I know about Ross is he's got James Allen and Ryan Eaton.
Yeah, James Allen
has been available.
James Allen played in goal for us, didn't he?
Yeah. So Ryan's
available. Ryan Eaton, he's a good player, isn't he?
Yeah. So I think we've he's been available. So I think we've offered him up to Ross as someone to play. But I don't know who else Ross has got.
I think he had some kid, Ronaldo. Never heard of him.
Messi.
Robbo's playing Saturday, is he, Dan?
Yep. If he pays his dart charge. Yeah, no, Robbo. I'm looking forward to having Robbo and Matty G on the same pitch.
Yeah, that'd be
I'm not. They're good players.
Very good.
I just, I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to be. They're quite, like you say, you've got some good teams. So I quite like the fact that I haven't got to come out of the box and run too fast. So it'll be good.
Make sure your back exercises out. Stretch your back before the game. Make sure you stretch your back before the game. Don't want to bend down.
It's okay. You're okay. I'll go down in instalments, so it's okay. Like a fallen tree.
I think I'm at the age now that if I fell over, or like if you kicked a ball at me and I fell over, I'd just roll into a bush and die.
You have to play it. Even if it's for 1 minute, you have to come on.
You have to come on, Dave.
I can't. The shirt don't fit.
Si Bailey, you'll be busy. Pick the ball out of the net, Andy. Yeah, all right, Simon. Danny was a lot younger when we used to play at Sandon.
Same age difference now, though, isn't it?
That's rubbish. That was rubbish.
No, I'll tell you what, Andy. I'll tell you what is useful as well, though. Coming with age is, going for a five-a-side like this, we're going to be using smaller goals and we're bigger.
And I'm probably fitter now than I was back then, to be fair.
Dave, if you ever managed a pop band, not pop band, but a musical band, you would 100% call it coming with age.
Oh, God.
I think it'd be something along them lines, Dan, but it might be a little bit different.
It's what would your drag queen name? I think where I work in highways, my drag queen name, I'd go for Rusty Manhole, I think. What would you have?
Don't know. It's sort of sprung it on us.
Yeah, that's hard.
Might need a couple of minutes.
Yeah. I don't think you can take this lightly.
If you can think of any drag queen names for the team, let us know.
Wasn't it what was that one? It was your first pet's name and something else.
Yeah, mother's maiden name.
Mother's maiden name.
Oh, was it? Mine's
there's
Cindy
new ones
Butler.
now, aren't there?
Cindy
There's
Butler, mine would be.
Cindy Butler.
There's one now. Colour of your undies, and then the last thing you ate.
Black Dick.
What?
Blue sausage.
Mine would be black risotto.
Simon Bailey just said blown on a motorway. I don't know what that means.
That's his highway name.
I don't know what this is related to.
That's quality.
I think it's just checking in.
Oh dear, that's good. That's good. I can't wait for Saturday. I really shouldn't be this excited, should I? Because
No, again, and it's just, I think the thing is, it's something a little bit different. And with COVID regulations and things like that, we've really kept, sorry, Richard's just messaged. We've really just sort of cut down on, because most of our coaching staff are in the teams as well. We normally have those on the sidelines. So we've really limited it down. We've got it down to the same amount of people we normally manage on pitch, on site. And we've got extra things in place about social distancing to keep the teams spread out away from each other. So very much like the Seabrights game where we trialled having spectators in and making sure it's all nice and safe. I'm really excited about this one just being something a little bit different.
What time is it on Saturday, Dave? Is it 11?
It's 11 o'clock.
I can answer this if you want.
It's got a McFlurry delivered.
It's 10:15 meet, 10:45 warm up, 11 a.m. kickoff, 1 p.m. finish.
We'll have a briefing as well.
You can always rely on me for times and venues.
Yeah.
Yes, Danny.
Hopefully you go to the right one.
Hopefully this time I will.
You know
I'm going to be at Melbourne. Yeah, I'm going to be at Melbourne going, Dave?
Is it Molsham, is it? Is it a Molsham?
Molsham. Yeah.
It's definitely Molsham, yeah, Dave?
Yeah.
Theatre of Dreams.
So
Bailey, I shouldn't have said that to Dan because he would take what I said as gospel.
Yeah. I wake up in the morning and be like, did you say Sandon? Yeah, Sandon.
I just realised that we're on a podcast, so I shouldn't really joke about where it is because other people will turn up there and go, he said on the podcast it was there. Yeah, it's definitely Molsham School.
It's weird with Dan. Dan's got like these weird things that if you know a secret or something you mustn't tell someone, Dan will actually tell you not to tell him. No, that's good. He'll tell you not to tell him, right? Because it's a lot of pressure for him to keep that there. Yeah.
It's not. I'm not gossip. It's just if I know something, I kind of like it might just pop out. I'd rather not know it.
But then on the other hand, if you know something like where we're playing football, and then you just forget and go to somewhere else.
Do you know what?
That's what you want to say then. Top secret. Don't tell anyone. We're playing at Molsham.
Do you know what is good about playing at Molsham? Danny can't play it off the wall, which is how he used to. Yeah.
I've got. There's a metal pole in between each bit of racking though, so I'll have to aim for that.
It'll be off the pitch.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm screwed then, aren't I?
Yeah, because that's the only way you used to beat me. Play it off the wall.
I did that so many times. Anyway,
Side Bailey's put the worst thing is it happened today. Is Van blew a tyre on the M2. I hope you're safe well, Simon.
He was giving us information about how bad his day was, and we were just laughing about it.
Yeah, blown on the motorway.
We thought he had a great day, and it turned out to be a shocker.
We thought it was a name
of that Captain Bill.
It went on the Rochester Bridge, was it, Si? You don't want to break down on there. You get blown. You will get literally blown away.
So, you got any memories of other tournaments that have been memorable?
I used to hate tournaments.
I used to love a five-a-side when I was a kid.
Oh, I used to hate them. Don't know why.
It's because his side used to love five-a-side because the pitch used to look like normal size.
Oh. Robbo's put a message in. Footwear over Molsham. Right, boys. So it's 4G, isn't it, Molsham?
It's 4G, yeah. So Steve Bolds or... You are allowed blades, aren't you?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone wears blades anymore.
Molds.
Stephen
Bolds blades, I think. You're not allowed to wear trainers, are you?
No,
it was 2 miles short of the bridge in a company van, Danny.
Studs or molds?
You got lucky there. Molds. I don't think you're allowed studs.
It's sure Robbo will have a pair of molds on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have studs or mould.
If not, Dave's bound to have a couple of pairs of £500 boots spare. Size, Dave.
Oh, do you know what? I took a photo in London of a pair of boots for Dave for this Saturday. I'm going to post it onto the Facebook. I've just got to learn how I do that, but I'm going to get it onto here.
No, but the thing is, right, I'm fat. So normal things that people buy, like clothes, will never look nice on me. But doesn't matter how fat you are, wearing a nice pair of shoes isn't, you get to still wear a nice pair of shoes and look how someone would look if they weren't fat. Yeah. So, and I'm never going to wear them because I'm never going to play football. But yeah,
Dave, I went to the I popped round to our establishment earlier on to drop something off.
I nearly said it.
Yeah, that was close. And all them bags on the floor, is that all the kit laid out for each team?
Yeah.
Ready, like perfect.
15 minutes. In 15 minutes, I sorted out 4 different kits with different coloured socks, different coloured bibs, everything.
Right, if anyone knows, over them to get to the back.
What was you doing ratting around in there?
No, I just dropped the goals back in there this afternoon because my car, I've had a bit of a mare in my car anyway. They was in my car. And I just thought, am I sorting out my shed out? So I just stuck them into the hut for a couple of days. But yeah, I opened it and it was just like walking into Mints and Davis. It was just bags of clothes.
I love Mints and Davis.
Yeah,
we're just having a I forgot the word.
So
going back in time. No, going back in time with the High Street, Chelmsford High Street, naming all these places. Freeman, Hardy, and Willis.
Oh, I was going to say that.
Oh, what a great shop. New Era.
Wet and Furry, Hot and Crusty.
Nickleby's,
yes.
Dean Byfield worked in Nickleby's. Do you remember him?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
A message from our manager, Richard. No trainers or Astros.
Oh, yeah, not allowed Astros or trainers, and they're really strict on it as well.
Yeah.
Richard's probably got a few pairs of spare boots. He don't really get to use them much, does he?
Well,
he's playing on Saturday.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember Rich in the last mates tournament where Rich played over there. Proper lost his cool.
Just remember, if Richie's playing to play on the top pitch, because otherwise the balls will be going over John Shannon every 2 seconds. So Rich needs to put him in defence.
Sorry, your mind games won't work with our team. We're quite established. You might have young, fast players, but what you haven't got is
fast. Who's fast?
Ben.
Used to be.
Kingy's quite fast.
Ben, do you hear that?
Kingy's pretty.
Who's fast? Ben used to be.
Yeah, but Ben has got a derby now. But but Kingy's fast.
Yeah, Kingy's quite fast. Reese ain't too. Reese ain't a slouch either.
I'm gonna lend Ben some of my t-shirts. He'll be all right. So Murphy's put a little face on for you, Si. We're not falling into your little mind games. Like I say, Danny was already bigging his team up. We're just sitting quiet. We know our abilities. We know where we are. When we bring Dave on up front and he bangs
I wasn't bigging our team up. I was just saying how confident we were in ourselves, in our own abilities.
There's confidence.
I wasn't getting arrogant.
You can cross that line, can't you? Danny said he's bringing a bald eagle to fly across the pitch before the game.
Yeah. Well, that was going to fly in halfway through the game.
Okay.
Mid first half.
I'm trying to post this photo of football boots, but I can't. I don't know how I post on the thing.
Danny, we could bring the. We could bring the birds of prey that we used to have school photos with. We could bring those on Saturday.
Yeah, I used to have birds of prey. I used to own birds of prey.
We used to just someone would come to school and just pop an owl or an eagle on your arm and have a photo, and no one would tell you why it's going to happen or when it's going to happen. And then you get your school photo, take it home to your mum, and you're like, she's like, "Why you got a barn owl?" And it was a snowy owl, wasn't it? It's just a really random thing because no one ever mentioned it, and then sometimes you mention it, and you're like, people are like, "Did you go to Hogwarts?" You loved that, didn't you, Andy?
Urinal, just standing at the urinal, and someone puts an owl on your arm.
Yeah, that used to happen down Chicago's to me.
Did you know you get parrots in London? Did anybody know this?
Yeah, there was when I can't remember what film it was, but there was a film filmed in London in one of the big old studios. It was like some exotic film, and a load of them escaped. And they mainly settled in Greenwich Park, but they have spread out to Victoria Park and all the parks in London, and they're green parakeets.
Thank you very much, David. I tried to educate Simon. We went on a bike ride through London on Sunday morning, early doors, and as we were going through Battersea Park, I could hear the parakeets, and I said, "Oh, you can hear the parakeets," and they started laughing at me, and I pointed them out to him, and he was just like, "Oh, they're just birds," and I was like, "No, they're parakeets." And then I actually had to find a post to show him that in London they have parakeets.
I think if you took Si to Colchester Zoo and walked him in front of some parrots, they'd just be like, "They're just birds." They wouldn't care.
Just birds. They've just flown in from outside.
But look at these lines.
Try and educate people. I still can't post on this. I don't know how I post a photo.
Right. Can you just go on Facebook on your phone and do it?
Yeah, let's wrap this up. What else have we got? If you want to play us, get in touch. We've got games back to back every Saturday from now till the summer. We've started taking on. We can still put out teams on Fridays and midweek if we need to, and then next season we'll have a Sunday team as well. So we do have some availability for games at the moment. Get in touch, message any of us directly, or send an email to weareyourmates@gmail.com, and we'll get back to you, or on any of our socials, really. But we're more the merrier. We're looking to run some tournaments when COVID restrictions allow us during the year, so we'll have that coming up as well. We're happy to put out a full-side team, any size team, just anything. We just want to get out there. We just want to give people an ability to, an opportunity to get out there and play. Right, tomorrow night we've got Football Fitness Club at 8 till 9 at Chelmer Park. If you look at the socials for that, there'll be. Oh, you've done it. Cool.
Does that work?
Yeah, Andy, can you put the link to any of the socials underneath this for Football Fitness Club and Mates FC training at Chelmer Park tomorrow night, 9 till 10 over on the Astros. So give us a shout if you want to come over there. And it's £6 for Football Fitness Club, and the Mates FC session is free. Okay, and that's just fitness with a ball at your feet, basically. Doesn't matter what your ability is. If you just want to come out, have a little bit of a bounce around, and go for it. I'll kick a ball.
I definitely think you should play, like Danny said, at least come on for a few minutes.
Yeah, the problem is I can't.
Why? You just said you kicked balls on Saturday. Is it a fear?
I can kick a ball, but I can't play football.
Yeah, but is it like a fear of being in a team?
No, I'm shit. Pressure? Just shit. I know my ability. I ain't got any.
So I'll still turn out.
Yeah, I didn't like to mention that. Nah. Anyway, right. Anything else from you boys?
No, I think we've
look at these trainers.
I'll have a look at them in a bit. I'll see you Saturday, boys. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I can't wait for Saturday. I'm just
to the right place.
10:15, Molsham School. Brian Close, Chelmsford Essex.
And a bit of a bounce around. Oh, right. Oh, my God. Just looks at those trainers.
You'll like them, Dave.
Can't see. It's just bright light. Oh.
And
they look all right. And is there a heel?
Yeah.
Oh, were they the ones you sent? Did you send them to him?
Yeah. I took a photo of them in London. They were in the shop, but But yeah, the good thing about those is you can wear them on Saturday for the five-a-side and then go out in the evening. Not that you can go anywhere because nothing's open, but
won't let me open it on mine. It's a bit later.
Right. Lovely. If anyone's got any questions about anything to do with what we do or want more information, please just get in contact, any of the socials, or weareyourmates@gmail.com. Thank you for watching, and
thanks for your participation again tonight.
Yeah, go and kick some balls.
Thanks, everyone.
See you next
Saturday.
week.
See you guys.
Peace out.
Right, dudes.
See you later.